Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rings, and today I'm going to do another Gears of War 4 video guide. This one's going to be basically where the best places are to set up the fabricator. Again, I apologize for any background noise. I still have those same kittens in my room, and they are still noisy. So, we're here on the first map, Dam. This might be a long video because there's a lot of maps I have to cover. I do not like this map. I'm going to give it to you guys right at the beginning and just tell you I don't like this map. But in my opinion, the best place to set up is over here. Put the fabricator in the back and you can literally just sit. Maybe 2 turrets here on the left, 2 on the right, maybe 1 in the middle. Put some barbed wires up, put some decoys up, and just go for it. And that's really the best I have for you per map. Is I'm going to tell you basically where to set up the fabricator and good placement options. Obviously you would want to put a barrier here to prevent them from mantling that. Obviously put some barriers here, maybe even further up there to keep them out. Put your decoys in front of the barrier, so if you put your barriers there, then you're going to want to put your decoys like there and there. Since there's no cover piece here, put a turret like maybe right there in the middle with some wires or something here blocking. If you only have barbed wire, put like a couple rows, stack them on top of each other. Watch my barrier tips and tricks video for more guides on that. Again, put a barrier here to cover that. And again, on this side, duplicate what you do on the left. If you have a full team of 5 people all cooperating with you, you can have one guy on the turret covering the right side, one guy with a turret here covering this kind of like middle / right side-ish. Have one guy sit and cover in the complete middle, and then again on the left side, do what you do for the right side. Have people covering this little section of the map with their turrets. If you're not on your turret, I guess you don't have to be, but if you're trying to get to the harder modes, I need to make an insane guide on the best way to do insane, but basically, if you want an insane guide, go check out my video. It was a live stream called, I renamed it to Gears of War 4 Horde 3.0 Insane 1 to 50 Full Clear. Skip to about like an hour in, and you'll start to see the setup me and my friends had going. Basically, you pick a good map, and you just set up a whole bunch of turrets, have everybody on turrets, level those turrets up to level 4 as fast as you possibly can, and stack decoys on top of each other. You want to have like 5 to 10 decoys all in one area on top of each other, and then any enemies that come towards your camp are going to like see those decoys and be like, oh hello, and they're going to melee them, and they're going to shoot at them. Meanwhile, you're over there on your turret just mowing down anybody that approaches the turrets. That's pretty much how insane goes. There's really no other best way to do it. But this video is not about that. This video is the best place to set up your defense per map. This has been the Dam map. Okay, we're here on the next map, which is Fallout. For this map, you're going to use the spawn. You can put your fabricator back there, put your weapon lockers back there, whatever else you're going to need. And your main defense is just going to pretty much go here. You're going to want to put some barriers from here all the way up over to that side. Make sure you put them in front of the cover piece right here so nobody can mantle over and kick you in the face. Once you have your barriers here, you're pretty much just gonna put your defenses, really. That'll keep the enemies out, and then you're gonna want to put turrets in here for you and your buddies to hop on and mow shit down. You can put more barriers up here if you find that the ones up here aren't enough. You can put down decoys, sentry guns, whatever you want. This map is pretty simple. I don't know if there's any other techniques for this map. I don't try anything. This is what works for me every time, and that's pretty much what I'm here to show you guys. Alright, here we are on the Forge map. If you guys are wondering why I haven't been showing you examples of defenses set up, the answer is pretty simple actually. It would take too much time. I would have to fight probably to wave 10 to have a decent amount of defenses set up to actually show you guys. Just trust me that these work. I mean, when I tell you to put something there or put something there, it's pretty straightforward. But basically for this map, if you're playing on the easier difficulties, this might work on insane, but I will tell you now, I've not tried it, and I do not like this map. This is another map I just don't like that much. It's okay. I'll play it in casual and normal and just run around as a scout and blow things up with my shotgun. But I do not like this map as much as the others. But if you're gonna do it, put the fabricator up in that control room, put some barriers and decoys over there, over here, and then have your buddies on turrets back there, just covering these two entrances. Another method, and you'd replicate for that side too, another method that could work is to take control of the spawns, just like on some of these other maps. Sometimes the spawns are good to control, but then they're going to come from just one side of the map, and they'll all funnel in towards you guys, which will make it a lot easier. Obviously, they're going to come from the left, and they're going to come from the right, but you can put your fabricator like back here behind the corner where it can't get hit. Again, I don't know if the fabricator can still be destroyed. I treat it like it can be, just in case. But then you can just put turrets here. This one's a way more open of a spawn. I don't know how well it would work, I'll be honest with you guys. You can try it if you'd like. If you want to try it, just make sure you've got enough turrets and make sure you're killing those boom shots before they get close. Again though, I don't know how well this map would work. The only way I see it working is if you barred off the area with like laser wires, because there's no cover at all here. This one is way too open. I would stick to the control room method, but if it's not working for you, if you really want to do insane, just try another map is my best advice for you. But if you really want to play this map, then the control room method I think is the best bet. Okay, here we are on the map foundation, and for this map the best place to set up I feel is one of these spawns. If you set up in this spawn, put the fabricator back there, you can put a lot of wires and sentries to cover this left side, and then you and your team can pretty much sit like in this general area, have a turret or two shooting down this path, killing anything that comes down there, and anything that comes around the right side you can have more sentries over here or another turret guy just covering this path. Some people will have the fabricator back there and they'll just use this whole side of the map, but I don't like this because then they're coming from left side, right side, and middle. They're going to come from underneath here, they're going to come from over there on the right, and they're going to come from the left, and it can get quite confusing and chaotic at times. Again, with a lot of these map setup guides, like I say, your best bet is to really just pick one side of the map and pretty much just control it to your own. You want to funnel the enemies in towards you, mow them down with your turrets. Turrets are like the key for this. You can get away with sentries, but they're nowhere near as effective as turrets. Especially at level 4, the sentries are really damn good, but turrets are just, they're the bomb. Like, you want to have everybody on a turret for the higher waves, you know, just as soon as an enemy shows its head, blam blam, pop it off, leave one enemy alive, have your scout go out, pick up all the power, rinse and repeat. Insane's extremely boring. That's what Insane is. Insane is insanely boring, but it's worth it, because if you do it right and you have the Insane bounty card on, you get 4,000 credits for doing one Insane match, 1 to 50, so it's extremely worth it. Alright, we are here on Gridlock. Now this is actually a map that I enjoy pretty well. There are multiple places you can set up for Gridlock based on the difficulty. For casual or normal, set up in one of these bunker things. Put your fabricator up there, put some barbed wire covering the stairs, the front and the back stairs, put some turrets up here on the balcony covering and just shooting stuff. Maybe have a sniper up in there, whatever you want to do. These are the best places to set up. Replicate it for the other side, it's pretty much identical. And then for Insane, I've not tried it yet, but what I would do is set up in one of the spawns again. This one is a little bit better than some of the other spawns. You can put your turrets here, and there's a little bit of cover. You can put the fabricator behind that truck, and also use this truck as like a fallback point for you and your teammates to take cover on. You can take cover on those cars, just watch out for explosives and carrier juices. Carriers are spit those little flying things at you and flush you out of the cover, but basically put some wires there, put some on that side, and just sit back here on your turrets and mow shit down as it comes your way, just with like any of these other maps. Okay, here we are on the map Harbor, and basically for this map you just want to use the spawn you start in. Put your fabricator back here, put some wires up here covering that side, covering right there, put some over here on the right, maybe put some sentries over there covering your flank, and then the rest of you are going to be back here on turrets, just shooting everything as it funnels in. Harbor is actually one of the better maps because the enemies funnel in nicely. There's a really good line of sight right here for the turret to shoot down. Some of the enemies will come around that corner, some of them will come down these steps. You'll maybe get like 15% of the enemies per wave come this way, but you still want to make sure you're paying attention because they can flank you from over here. But this is actually one of the better maps to do a harder difficulty on, and I would highly recommend Harbor, but this is still not my favorite map. Okay, here we are on the Impact map. Now this is actually my favorite map to play this insane mode on. There's only really two places to set up that are good. I see a lot of people set up in the wrong place, and I'll show you that that wrong place is down here as you go down the steps. A lot of people like to set up down here. And the problem with setting up down here is that you're attacked from front, left, and right, and there's very little room to set things up. There's no room for turrets, there's no room for people to move around. You get swarmed by boom shots and whatnot, and you're just going to eventually get taken down. Where I like to set up is preferably this spawn, but you can also use the other spawn. It's basically just backwards. It's similar, it's identical, but I like this spawn. Put your fabricator in here, your weapon lockers, whatever, put it all in here. You can put some sentries here for like a fallback point. If you get flushed back, just fall back in there. But the main place where you want to be is out here. You're going to put barriers going across from here to here and from there to there, and then you're going to put decoys all in like a big bunch right here in the front of this pole thing, and then you're just going to have a turret here, like maybe right there, so you can sit right here and basically shoot things as they come around that corner and as they come up those stairs and as they're sitting over there. And you're also going to have a buddy on there over in a turret, over there, maybe over there. You definitely want one over here, because then you can pretty much see them as they come up those stairs and get them right as they come around that corner. Smack them real good so they don't shoot boom shots or drop shots at you. But my favorite spot to sit is right here on this corner. Just let them go after the decoys that you'll have sitting there. Just mow them down as they come out. And this is like the most flawless technique I've ever used for insane mode. Of course, if you're not playing insane, you can just do whatever you want. You can put way more barriers, you can put a bunch of sentries, whatever you want to do. But for insane mode, you definitely want to have a lot of turrets. But those are the two best places to set up on this map. Again, like I said, if you want to be on that side of the map, just replicate what I said over here for over there. The spawn is just a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. Okay, here we are on Lift. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is another map I do not quite like. There's a lot of them that I don't quite like because it's just like the way they're set up. You know, they're kind of weird. I don't always like them, but for this map, you're going to want to choose this side of the map. I think, is it this side? Yes, it's this side. I needed to make sure because there was two sides. You want to choose this side of the map, put your fabricator back there, and you can use this as an emergency fallback point. If you're playing with noobs and they don't know what they're doing, you could use this as a fallback point. You can shoot out the windows and whatnot. If you have a Castrol, you can shoot out up at it. But for the main part, put your fabricator in there, put some turrets on the right, put some turrets on the left, set some barriers and decoys up, and you're pretty much good to go. You can do it on that side too, but it's a little bit less weird, or a little bit more weird. There are other places you can set up for easier modes, like you can set up over there, put your fabricator over there, and that's kind of like the dam setup. You'll have a path on the right and a path on the left that you'll have to cover, and that can work, but the reason I don't like that is so much is because there's less places to put turrets. You could just put one here, put one there, put your barriers over there to stop them from getting in. Maybe put a turret here in the middle to cover the middle path and not let them get through, or just put a sea of barriers so they can't get through that. And then of course put a two turrets here on the right with some barrier spikes over there to stop them. And then the other locations that you can use are these little storage areas. It says storage on the top. This one is definitely not for anything harder than normal, but you can put your fabricator in here and use this like a little alcove. You can have people on cover here, have some turrets in the back, put some spikes there and there and there. Use this as cover, shoot out that way. Put spikes here. That's for easier difficulties, though I would just recommend using the two back alcoves or that far one over there. Okay, here we are on Reclaimed. Again, this is one of my more favorite maps. For harder difficulties, you can set up in this back corner here, put your fabricator here, and then just put some turrets in like a line up against that fence and just shoot stuff as it comes at you. This is a lot less useful than some of the maps because this is a very long line of sight. The impact map, you had that truck blocking the one corner, and the enemies had to come around the corner before they could shoot at you. But this one, if you're putting the turrets out here, you have a long line of sight. You're going to have dead eyes shooting at you, you're going to have the sentinels shooting at you, drop shots, boom shots. So what I would recommend, if that's happening and you're going down too much, try putting your turrets back here, waiting for them to come around the corner and then smacking them as they do. Maybe put a laser like right here as soon as they come around the corner so that they'll get caught in it and be like, I can't get through, and then you just mow them down with your turret. You can do it for the other spawn as well, but I don't like that spawn so much. And the last location I have for you guys is for casual and normal. You might be able to use it in hardcore, but I would never try insane. It's up here. Put the fabricator back here with some weapon lockers or whatever. Use this circle. You can either put turrets in it or you can just sit in it and shoot. But you get a pretty good cover of the map from here, but keep in mind that you're going to be attacked from all angles using this, so I would only recommend it for casual and normal, or if you're playing with randoms. Put some traps there, and on the other side put some sentries. Do whatever you want. I, for one, when I'm playing with randoms on this map, what I like to do is just sit right here with my soldier, and I'll just mow people down as they come out of the spawn, come out of there. I'll reload, get that perfect reload bonus on, turn around and kill them as they're coming out of that spawn, and just mow everybody down. Of course, the harder the difficulty you're on, the harder that becomes. Okay, here we are on the last final map, Relic. I almost forgot the name for a minute there. My bad. For this one, again, it's pretty much sitting up in the spawn. There's not many maps where you're not taking advantage of the spawns. The spawns are very large and very well placed for putting up defenses. Put your fabricator back here, and then you're going to put your turret guys all in this little general area and just funnel all the enemies in. This one is just as good as impact because, again, there's not really long line of sights where the enemies can shoot you from. They're going to come from the sides, put some barriers all up in this area with decoys so they can't get in, and again on this side, and then just sit in the back on your turrets and just mow them down as they come through here. If you're playing on casual or normal where you can set up, I wouldn't quite recommend it. It's never been successful for me, but you can set up your fabricator here, and you can put some turrets in this perch and just shoot people as they come at you, but you're being attacked from all angles there, and there's not a lot of room to maneuver, so I wouldn't recommend it. I've never used this spawn. I'm not quite sure how it would work out. I do believe it's similar to the other spawn, but yeah, it looks similar. It's a lot darker and more dreary, but if you prefer this side, there is a piece of cover here that you can use on both sides. Can you use both of these? Yeah, you can use both of these covers, so if nobody's got if someone doesn't have a turret, you can use those. Can you get up here? No, that would be cool if you could use that as a perch. But no, it's very similar to the other side of the map, just not as good. Well, maybe good. I mean, you do have this extra 2 pieces of cover, but actually I do believe there is 2 pieces of cover on the other side. So, you know, it's not really a bonus. Use whatever side you like, and that's really it for this map. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully it helped you guys out. It's pretty much a common sense video. A lot of people already know where to set up, but in case you're just like a little bit new or not quite sure what to do, where to set things up, well, then hopefully this video helps you out. If there's anything else I can do to help you guys, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see, what kind of video guides. Maybe you just want to see me try to solo 1 to 50. I don't know, that'd be pretty boring, but whatever you have video suggestion wise, just throw it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys on my next video.